Welcome to the Novel Network podcast. I'm sci-fi author Derek Bourne. I've got my co-host Libby Weber. We are doing our reader season. You know, we've done the authors, the editors, the narrators. We want to talk to the readers, the alpha, the betas, the ARC readers. And today we've got Dani Denee on with us tonight. Dani, where are you visiting us from tonight?
I am in East Central Indiana.
Indiana. Nice.
Indiana,
Nice.
yes.
I know a few of my readers are actually from Indiana, though you're not actually one of my alpha or betas.
I'm not.
Not yet.
Shame on me. I
That's
should
okay.
change that.
That's okay. That's all right. So we like to start by getting to know you. What are the genres you like to read? You can even tell us about maybe some of the arcs you're reading at the moment, or who you alpha and beta for.
So I read all sorts of everything. My favorite is fantasy, any type of fantasy, whether it's got romance or not. I don't have a preference. I just like fantasy. Um, I dabble a little bit in some mafia, some billionaire romance.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I like a good rom-com like any girl. And I am a huge thriller fan. I've read
Love thrillers.
everything Frida McFadden has ever written, I have read.
Okay.
Um, and then I've recently discovered Kirsten Modulin, I think is how you pronounce
Oh,
her
I
last name.
love her. I met
I
her.
love her. Is she?
Really?
I have
She is so
recently discovered her, and I love her. Absolutely love her. Somebody recommended her to me. Was kind of like, if you like Frida McFadden, you'll love her, and they were right. I'm actually reading two arcs right now. One, I actually have the first book in the series here. I brought it in here just in case you asked me this. So the
Ooh,
first
very
book
cool.
is by Jenna Stix is the author. Satan's Spawn is the first book in the series, and then Vicious Saint is the second book in the series, and that is the arc
Hmm.
that I am reading right now. It is Dark Academia, is what this is.
Hmm.
Um, and
With
it
religious
is
undertones, I'm assuming.
it does not.
Sort of.
No,
Oh
it is
no. Okay.
not. That Saint is his name.
Oh
Saint is
okay.
the guy's name, and Satan. You have to read it to
Okay.
understand
Yeah.
why it's Satan's spawn. It's this girl. Her dad passes away, and her mom remarries, and they have to move from California to Manhattan, and she gets into this like prestigious, very elite academy because her stepfather is extremely rich. And there's this group of friends. There's four friends, and they are like the it boys of this school. And Creighton is the first boy, and he's in the first book, Satan Spawn, and then Saint is the second book. Me personally, I am waiting for book four is going to be about Leviathan, and he's who I am patiently waiting. Um, and actually, Jenna Stix also writes under the name Danda K. Um, and she writes some just more, not really like dark romance, but kinda ish. And she was the first team I ever got on. And it was super funny the way it happened. I got a book of hers in a book box, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. I've never heard of her before. I'll read this book. And I got like halfway through and could not put it down. Stayed up all night finishing the book. And I posted
Don't
a
you love it when a book
TikTok.
does that to you?
I do. It's my favorite thing. I posted a TikTok about it, and happened to find her on TikTok, posted a TikTok and was like, ma'am, what did you put in this? Because
Ma'am.
I cannot put it back. I've got to find the second book right now. And I immediately, that was the day I got my Kindle Unlimited subscription, was so I
Mm,
could get, was so I
nice.
could get the second book in that series. And she immediately followed me back on TikTok, and invited me along on her journey. And that's how I became a member of her team. She is a phenomenal author. She has that series. She has another series called her Twisted Ties series. Um, that series was called You Loved Me First, You Broke Me First. That was the first book I ever wrote. The first indie author that I had ever read was that book that randomly came in a book box that I got.
Was it like a contest that you won?
No, I just bought a book box. I had gotten
Okay.
back into reading, and the summer of 2022. I read a lot as a kid, and then I went to nursing school. And once I finished nursing school, I said I would never read anything ever again as long as I lived because I read so
This is way
much.
too much medical stuff.
Yeah, I'm so tired of reading. And then I decided I wanted to start reading again. And I started off with very fluffy things because that's what I enjoyed as a kid, other than my wonderful obsession with Lord of the Rings. I really liked like Nicholas Sparks, Jodi Picoult, things like that. That's what I liked. So that's where I started. And then I was like, oh, you can get subscriptions for books. This is wonderful.
Yep.
So I ordered this random book box. I saw an ad for it on TikTok. It was like $40. Send me the book box. That's one of the books that came in there. Looked good enough to me. So I read the book. I honestly did not even know the difference between indie authors, trad published authors. I had no idea about the world at all. And I just kind of jumped in and I have not looked back. And now I think I'm on like 5 or 6 different teams, and
Nice.
I absolutely love it. We're 3 years in, and I love every second. I love all of my people that I work for and work with, and it's absolutely amazing. Both of my kids love to read. They love seeing me read. We have family reading time every
Oh, I
day,
love that.
and it's absolutely. My husband loves to read. Um, he got his first Kindle 2 years ago for Christmas. My mom got it for
Oh,
him for
nice.
Christmas. So yeah, just lots of reading happening over here. So yeah,
Love that.
it's been
How about
wonderful. I
that?
love it.
I'm actually trying to remember how we ended up kind of meeting. Was it over TikTok or was it Facebook? I actually don't remember.
I think it was TikTok. I
I
think
think
that
so,
we
actually.
were in sort of like the same author circle.
Yeah.
Because let's see, I'm on a lot of teams. I'm on maybe it was in a book club,
That's
maybe.
possible.
I
That's
don't
possible.
know. I don't know. I'm glad it happened regardless because
Yeah,
my
yeah. Well,
my son loves your books. He loves your books. It's been it really had helped us branch him out. So I don't know if you know that he's autistic, and he is very, very obsessed with Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And he's
great
read that
series.
entire series like 3 times. And he really likes, obviously, he loves dinosaurs, and he loves superheroes. And we were trying to find him something to read. And we're like, he doesn't really like graphic novels because he finishes them too fast. And so I'm trying to find something, and he's going through my books. Can I read this? Absolutely not. Don't read that. And so he's going through and he picks up Derek's book and he's like, are you reading about dinosaurs? And I was like, I did read a book about dinosaurs. So I messaged Derek and I'm like, hey, no, it wasn't Derek. It was Lyra. That's how we met, was Lyra. I
Oh, Lyra
messaged
Blake.
Lyra and I said,
Yeah,
hey,
right.
you are who recommended this book to me. Do you think that my 10-year-old, because he was 10 at the time, could read this book? Because I hadn't gotten to it yet. And she was like, oh, yeah, like he's totally fine. This is what he's going to see. So as long as you're good with this, it'll be fine. He read it. He loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it allowed him to really dive into chapter books, like actual big
Mm.
chapter books. And he has never
Oh,
looked
wow.
back. We love it.
I still love
Yes.
the story you told me of when Primeval Ranch came in and he yanked it out of your hands and ran into the house laughing?
He did. He did. In the middle of the driveway. I was like, I've got to post my video. He's like, you can post it after I'm done reading it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's so funny.
I
He
love that.
thinks it's so funny that I know real, actual authors.
Real.
Real.
Real, actual authors,
I
as opposed to
I
fictional
forget
authors.
sometimes. Yeah, I forget sometimes
Yeah.
that like we're kind of a big deal to people who
Yeah.
don't know authors. Because like,
Yeah.
you're the first author I've ever met. I'm like, I guess that's kind of a big deal for you.
It is.
That's
It is.
I'm
I
just a normal
remember
human being.
I'm
when
just
I
normal,
went
I swear.
when I went to my first ever book convention. It was October of 2023, and I was super excited because I was going to get to meet Emily Rath, and I was so excited
Wow.
I was going to get to meet her. But, one of my in my top five favorite indie authors was going to be there. Hannah Till. I don't know if either one of you know her or have read her, but you should, and you should read her because I'm also on her team,
Looking it up right now.
and it's Till. Um, she writes very smutty romance and fantasy, but the The Celestra, Celestra, is the first book in her fantasy series. And then she just wrote what she calls a love story to her ADHD brain, is called Chaos and Calamity, which is a phenomenal story.
I see that
Anyway,
at the top of Amazon right now.
yes, I glanced
Yeah.
over and her table is right next to Emily Rath's table.
Oh,
And
wow.
I knew she was going to be there, but I did not expect her to be right there. And I had to stand in the Emily Rath line because me and my friend Dana had promised our other friend Coco that we would pick up her pre-order books from Emily Rath. So like I had to stand in this line. And I'm standing there and I'm going, Dana, she's right there. She's right there. I'm gonna be like, it's fine, it's fine.
You're gonna
And
fangirl.
I was like, I'm totally cool. I'm like, this is fine. I'm cool. I'm gonna be cool. You're gonna be cool. It's gonna be fine. I get over there and she goes, hey, and I burst into tears. And she's like, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. And she's like, I can't believe you're actually crying. Like, because she was still like fairly new to like doing all of this. So like she's like, nobody's ever done this before. And
You probably
it
just
was
made her day.
that,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what she said. And she was like, my PA isn't even here to witness it. And it's still one of my favorite pictures. There's a picture of her standing there, like laughing, and me just sobbing. And it is one of my favorite
You didn't wear
things that
mascara
has
that day, did you?
ever. No, I did not, because I knew that I would either sweat it off or cry, because I cry at everything. I'm just a crier in general. But it was just the most amazing thing. Like, I'm like talking myself up, like, I'm going to be cool. She's just a person. She just happens to write amazing books. It's fine. And then she speaks to me, and it's like instant tears.
Yeah. Oh. The only time I've ever had an instance with that was one of my readers. She's from Oklahoma, and
Wow.
she has family up here, like in Canada, just over the border. But she made a special detour to come to the store where I work and sell my olive oil and balsamic.
Oh,
So I knew she was on her way, like we had been messaging, and she walked in the front door, and I, thankfully, her daughter, and I think it was her sister, was with her, and her daughter was taking video of her walking in the store. And then there's me coming from the till, walking down the aisle of the store, and she's literally running and just gives me this massive hug, and I'm giving her a hug back, and she's just like, I mean, this arc reader of mine, I gotta be, I want to say like maybe over 50 years old, and she's like so
so
excited to
good.
see a 36-year-old guy author. But it
I
was just
love
one of
that
those
though.
moments where seeing the video and watching it back, I like living the moment
Yeah,
was just like, is this happening right now?
yeah,
Like,
That's like an
is,
author's dream.
yeah. I don't
Like
well,
think
we
that you
change
guys,
lives that
yeah,
way.
I don't think that
apparently.
you guys realize sometimes, like, some of us, and which I mean, you guys are people, so you guys go through things too. But like, there are some days where it is just such a day, and all we needed was that thing or that word or that paragraph. And like I told Hannah when she put out Chaos and Calamity, I personally don't have ADHD, but my youngest son does. And reading through that book, it was just like, wow, it even though she's talking about a 30-year-old woman navigating through like life and romance and, trying to be like an adult, it's just like, is this like what his brain is doing? And then as a mom, I'm just like, it just clicks and you're just like, I've been kind of hard on him about some really crazy things. And if this is what his brain is doing, and well, dang, what am I going to do? And, you never realize what little bit of something what you're going to say is going to do for somebody. And so, some authors, and just like um, Dino Ranch and everything, and bringing my kid out of his little bubble and started reading again. Like those little
Really?
bitty things
Oh,
they mean so, so much. And my little 5 or 6 teams that I'm on, I would do anything for those authors, and I will scream them from the rooftops forever and ever because they are absolutely phenomenal. Reading is my favorite thing. And besides crocheting and probably my children, he is a close third. I mean, my husband's in there somewhere. I love him, and he knows I do.
He's unrankable.
yeah.
He's there. He's there. He knows I love him.
So I'm just curious about this because we don't get to talk to readers like this too often. When you say even things like for your son coming out of his shell as he's reading, like in what ways would you say that has kind of helped him? I'm not trying
I
to look for like any, it's my
no,
book, I know, but it's
no.
like I
So,
don't get to see how that sometimes can help.
so it just, I think like with your book specifically, it helped him be more verbal, honestly. He can talk. He's an autistic kid. He
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's not a nonverbal autistic child by
Yeah.
any stretch of the imagination.
More so like communicate.
But yes, it helped
Okay,
him put things into words that he didn't couldn't before. It helped him I'm not gonna cry.
it's okay,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Do
You
not
need to
Oh,
say sorry.
apologize.
it helped him. He felt for a long time that it was odd that he was still into dinosaurs as old as he was, because a lot of the kids that are his age are, they've got their cell phones and they're cool and they're doing all of
Right.
these things. And to see that there's this grown man who is writing these books, and you're friends with my mom, and I mean, of course, he thinks that we're like best friends, and that we know each other, and he
We
thinks
pretty
that
much
we
are.
right, he thinks that we have this like best friendship type thing. And he's like, well, Derek likes dinosaurs, and it's perfectly fine if I like dinosaurs. And now
Always love
he's
dinosaurs.
he's totally happy to be obsessed with
Seen.
dinosaurs. And like, and he's okay with that now. Like, he doesn't care. And he took it to school and told his librarian about it. Like, and so it's just that little bit of like that one book did all of that for my kid. Like, okay, I'm
Derek's
gonna
gonna
stop.
cry now.
I just might. I just might. Honestly, yeah, yeah. No, but isn't that interesting how something can start with you simply just getting a book in a box,
Yep,
and then it
yep.
opens up to your family and leads to something like that. Like that just you don't get to hear stories like that every day.
That's
And
amazing.
that is why I started making my videos about the books that I read, because I thought about that. I thought about, you guys probably don't get to hear those things. And it struck that chord with me when I made that TikTok kind of being funny to Amanda when she wrote her Dan Decay. She writes under the name Dan Decay. When I got that book in the box, I'm like, ma'am, what are you doing? What was this? This was meant to be, because I read the back of the book thinking this was going to be a sweet little, like, enemies to lovers, like, grumpy sunshine book. And it was, but it was so deep. It was so deep and it was so wonderful. And it was so much more than I bargained for, that it put me into this world with these people. And then the other series is a separate series, but it's an interconnected to that series. And it just built up, and I'm like, I did not expect to dive into this, but now I can't leave. And I'm like, I know these people now; they're my friends. And she messaged me privately and was like, we don't get to see this, and it's this is so much better than a review, because I'm seeing your face and I'm seeing your reaction, and you
It's
can
true.
just tell that you
Yeah.
genuinely were shocked and you loved it. And that is what, and I'm an expressive person anyway. I don't know, Libby, if you've ever seen any of my TikToks, but Derek I
I
know has.
have not, but I will go find
And
them.
I am a loud, obviously, I'm a loud, expressive person.
You're fine.
When I read on live, I cry, I laugh, I gasp. I'm an expressive reader, and I do that. I'm not expressive on purpose, but I do it on live, and I make the videos so that way you guys can see the impact that you're having, because I know that that's why you do it. I know you're not in it for the money. Because
It
What
helps.
money?
I know you're
Money
not in it for
helps,
the money.
but
The money helps, but I know
I
that
have a
for,
fridge and bills, so it
yeah,
does help.
right. But every time that Derek posts on Facebook, I'm this many away from my goal on Amazon. I'm like, I will go on Amazon and buy 8 copies myself and just hand them out
Eight
to the
copies.
homeless. If that's what I have to do to get him to his goal, I
Have you
will
done
do
that yet?
it. I might. Don't tempt me. Don't
No,
tempt me with a good time, because
don't
I'll do
tempt
it.
you.
I will do it. I have a lot of little free libraries in my area, and I live in a
There you go.
college town. I will pass them out to people.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. And I've met some amazing people that I never would have gotten to meet. And I am connected to authors from all over the world. I'm on a team of an author that lives in England, and that never would have happened if that wouldn't have been. And she's wonderful. All of her books are dark, like mafia romance,
Okay.
and they she's a good author. Her name is Ria Wild, Wilde. So if you're into that, dark mafia romance, kidnap and save her type things, check her out, because she is phenomenal. That was one of the first, like, um, I don't want to say like big authors, because she's still an indie author, but she is a more well-known indie author. Um, that was one of the first that, like, I had to, like, actually apply to be on the team, and, like, she actually took applications and went through the process, and
Oh,
I
really?
was like, oh my gosh, I got on the team. And that one was super duper exciting, to be selected for. Um, I told you about Dan Decay slash, she's Jenna Sticks for this one. And that's how you
okay.
differentiate. If it's like the super dark, it's Jenna Sticks. And if it's like the regular, just like dark-ish romance, it's Dan Decay. Um,
I
and
actually feel
then
like Libby's books would be up your alley, probably.
I see under her
Most likely.
name, it says thriller author. So I'm going to have to check that out, when I get off here, because thrillers are my jam. I love a good thriller.
There you go.
I love a good thriller. I love to try to guess, and I'm never right. So I always think I have it figured out, and then, like, halfway through, I'm like, no, I was wrong. I think it's this, and then something else will happen, and I go back to my original guess, and then I end up being completely wrong altogether. And I do
Yeah,
that with
I write
It's
more.
all
documentaries.
part of the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I write more action thrillers. So like John Wick meets The Godfather. but
I
like
love that.
deep emotional connections.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me and my husband both like John Wick.
You'll like
And
my books then.
he likes, there's something else that I forget. He likes,
Jack
oh, there's
Ryan.
a Jack Ryan. Yes, I knew that you would know.
Same vein. Yeah.
Four
Yes,
spies.
Same vein.
he really
Yeah.
likes Jack Ryan too. And he's always looking for new Jack Ryan. He prefers to read on a device than actual books. So we had to finally break down and get him a Kindle because he was reading on his phone, poor thing. And so I was like, goodness, man. So we had to get him a Kindle. But yeah, I'm trying to think what other, who else I need you to. Oh, I brought
You just had a whole
props.
stack ready there.
This is so
I brought
exciting.
props.
I love
Props.
this so much.
I
I'm
brought
getting such a
props.
long list of authors.
I didn't know if the props would be helpful. Derek did not give me
They are.
instructions on to bring props or not, so I brought the
You
props.
can do whatever you want.
So, this H.E. Gober, so H
Oh, I know that
period
name.
E period Gober. You do know this name.
Yeah, they're on TikTok.
Yes. So this is her fantasy series. This one is Trials of the Heart and Prisoner of the Heart.
Okay.
And then she also has some others. These are just the two that I brought in here because these are my favorite. She has
Yeah,
one
she's
book
one of the
that's,
authors where I pop in her live and I yell her name, H-E.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I have more.
I need to get her back on my algorithm. I haven't seen her stuff in a while.
She took a break. She's taking a break right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Currently she's taking a social media break.
That's fair.
Yes.
Y'all need those every
um,
once in a while.
Everybody needs to take breaks randomly.
Yes.
And then we have T.L. Combs.
TL, yes.
Yes, we love
Yes.
Tia. T.L. Combs. She has some fantasy. This particular series that I have is historical romance, and
Okay.
I love a good historical romance every now and then. Bridgerton vibes.
Right.
And she likes to say that it is written in that time period, but it's not of that time period. So you're not going to
Oh,
see that
like
it's
older
not,
English.
well, it's not older English, but it's also like what am I how do I say this properly? It's not uh like
Uses more like modern day language.
modern day language, and just like your hierarchy of like people is different. So
Mm.
like her characters are people of color, and
Mm-hmm.
they are very wealthy families, and they don't have like servants and things like that are all necessarily like people of color and things like that. So like your hierarchy of people is not standard that you would have actually seen in the 1800s,
Okay.
if that makes
Perfect. I
Yeah.
love that.
sense. So it is written about that time, but is not what you would have actually seen in those days. And then she has a fantasy series that is called the Bellum Realm series, and that's Bellum, Bellham. And that one is really good too. I've read that as well.
So I'm going to put
Um,
you on the spot here. Of all the authors you
whew,
alpha beta read for, who is your favorite? No, no. You know what's funny? Everyone always asks me, "What's your favorite book?" And I'm like, "Don't make me choose my favorite children
That's
because it's
oh,
that's
not going to happen."
easy. Yeah, that's
what's your
true.
favorite book that you've ever written? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
always like, "What's your favorite book you've ever written?" I'm like, "I don't
I
make me
couldn't pick a
choose.
favorite
Don't
book.
make me choose from
I
my
couldn't
children."
I
pick.
can choose.
You can
No,
I
choose
can choose.
a favorite book? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
you
I
don't have to
should
answer the question,
no,
Danny.
I'm
I'm
not
just
going
playing.
to. I'm not going to. But I will say this. I am strategically on teams of people that all write different genres. So I have like Rhea writes strictly dark romance, mafia type stuff. And then I've got Tia is my only historical romance author that I have. So I have everybody's doing something a little bit
Broaden the
different.
horizons.
Yes. So I try to not limit myself to one
Oh,
little
that's great.
thing. So I
Yeah,
have a little bit of everything going on here.
love that.
It's fair.
It's nice to have that array because I find as I peruse TikTok, there's people that say I support indie authors, but then all you see is romance.
Oh
Hmm.
no.
And
No,
then it's
because
just like, okay, so you
sometimes
support
somebody
indie
needs,
romance authors.
yeah, no, see, sometimes somebody needs to be stabbed and like buried in a forest, and then we need to go dig them up and figure out what
Libby's
happened.
face just
Like
lit up.
that's what
That's
that's,
me. You want lots of stabbing and unaliving and
and then
the women doing most of it? I got you.
yes, and then I recently got into monsters. That's new for me.
Mm,
That's brand new. I had not done that before. But I recently started reading Jessica Cage because I'm going to an event in March. I got invited to Sinful Signings to be a Sinfluencer. So
That's
I'm
cool.
a Sinfluencer. I know it's
that's
such a
cool.
cool title. Me and my two best friends got invited, or three best friends, I guess, because Mac is going too. She has recently joined our pod of besties, which is so fun. And so we're going to that in March. And one thing I like to do when I go to events is look at the list of authors and see who I haven't read, who I would like to read, and read as many as I can before I go. That way I know who I would like to buy from or talk to when
That's a
I
cool
get
idea.
there. And Jessica Cage was one of them, and she writes monster love stories.
Hmm.
So um, her first book in that series was That Time I Got Drunk and Summoned a Demon Boyfriend. So
I think I've seen that title.
yes, so that one was really interesting. It was really
Didn't she
funny.
also write one about a werewolf?
The werewolf one is the newest one, I think, that is getting
Is it?
ready to
I feel
come
like I
out.
saw the title
Yes.
for that one too.
The
But
vampire
it's like a
one,
longer title like that as well.
yes. The vampire one is book two. It's That Time I Got Drunk and Hooked Up with a, or no. The first one is I accidentally summoned a demon boyfriend. The second one is I accidentally hooked up with a vampire. And then the third one, I believe, is a werewolf. Very interesting. And I had never read
Hmm.
anything like that before. Because I never really got into the whole like Ice Planet Barbarian thing. Like it just
Hmm.
wasn't
Oh
ever
yeah.
anything that like piqued my interest. So my TBR is like 70 million years long. So I'm never gonna get through it all. So we're
No, we have to
just
come back as ghosts. That's what I've
I
decided.
am. My ghost is gonna have to come back and finish reading for me. For sure.
Yep.
I do reread a lot too, so there's that, which is holding me back.
Yeah. You have your comfort reads.
I do. My biggest
Yeah.
comfort read is Pride and Prejudice. Um, I have
Classic.
read Pride and Prejudice a lot of times. And then my favorite book of all time is The Giver. Um, and I have
Such a
read,
good
it's
book.
the
It's been a long
best
time since
book.
I've read that.
It is the best book
I
ever.
love that book.
I love the book. The movie,
So
I
good.
didn't think the movie did it justice personally.
No.
Never does.
Um, and I was so disappointed because I was so excited. And the movie didn't do it, but that is my favorite book of all time is The Giver. And I've read that book an embarrassing
I
number
don't
of
know what my
times.
favorite book of all time is.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I like The
You
Bridge to
haven't.
Terabithia.
Loved that. That was good. I
That's
like
like a
a lot of the
top.
classics.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
since you're a fan of Pride and Prejudice, how do you feel about the new casting for the new series that's being done? My wife is like a huge Pride and Prejudice fan. And then she saw who they cast for Elizabeth, and she's like,
No,
she's not Elizabeth.
she's
She's not
not. She's
Elizabeth.
not Elizabeth. She's not, though. Your wife is so right. She isn't Elizabeth. Like they could have picked quite literally anybody.
Yeah. It's
They
like
should have
there's a
just,
commercial that shows up on TV as we're
yes,
watching whatever, and she's in it. I forget her name. She played the villain in the Deadpool and Wolverine.
yeah.
Um, And
Oh,
yeah, I
hold
can't remember
on.
the actress's name,
Hold
but
on.
you're going to IMDb.
Yep, I'm gonna look it up.
But every time the commercial pops up, my wife is almost just like yelling at the TV, like, "You are not Elizabeth." It's so funny.
Not read Pride and Prejudice.
Ever?
That's okay. I
Mm-mm.
haven't read it,
I've never read it.
but I take
Emma
my wife
Corrin.
at her word.
Emma Corrin.
Emma
Emma
Corrin, that's
Corrin.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I don't know who that is
just.
either. I'm gonna
Also,
have to look
every
it up.
time I see her in something, I mean, in Wolverine Deadpool, she has no hair because she plays Charles Xavier's half
Yeah,
sister or
she's.
sister, his twin, really.
Yeah,
And
I
in the
just.
commercial, her hair is really short, like pixie cut. So maybe that's what's throwing people. I don't know,
I don't know if you can
but
see that, but that's her.
yeah, yeah.
And she's just not Elizabethy.
But
Don't mess it
yeah,
up.
sorry, I apologize. A little digression there, but
No, but it's valid. It's
yeah,
so valid. It's so valid. But no, I I'm only 3 years back into reading, so there's so much that I don't know, and there's so much I haven't read, and there's so much that I want to read. Um, I'm just now starting to get into events, which is a whole new thing. I did not know that they had like Comic-Con for books, which was
right, yeah.
like so exciting when I found that out. Um, my wallet and bank account were not excited when I found that out. But
That's a
um,
common problem.
yeah, I because I also like Comic Con, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a giant nerd all around.
Mm,
Um,
best way to be.
and it really is. Um, so yeah, I have so many things and so many authors that I wish that I could buy everything that they've ever written, and I will. I will get there. Just have to get there
One day,
slowly. Just
paycheck
have
by
to get
paycheck.
there slowly. Yes. Yes. And then I've got my kids. I'm sitting in my son's room with the Five Nights at Freddy's.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Animatronics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I brought in here. Do I have, what else did I bring? Oh, it's
Do you have like
the,
that Mary Poppins bag that's just full of stuff? You just keep pulling stuff out.
Uh-huh. She does, yeah.
do.
Yeah,
It's magical. It's
there you go.
so this is what came with the book, the Satan Spawn book. It's Riverside Prep. And so I got an admissions letter. It says welcome to
Look
hell.
at that.
I
It's
love that
pretty,
stuff.
I do too. I have like a whole box on top of my bookshelf that has all of my bookmarks and stickers and all of the different knickknacks and tchotchkes and everything that go with books. They're my favorite things.
See, I wish, as an indie author, I wish I could afford to have those fancy type book boxes and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
just grab all the different little things. It's like I do book plates, I do bookmarks. Vistaprint's very easy to do stuff through, but I always
Yeah.
feel like I wish I could give more to the
Yeah.
reader. It's just, yeah, and even cost wise now,
Well,
I don't know how some authors do it.
it's probably so hard too, like for shipping for you
That too,
from
yeah, especially
Canada.
being in Canada.
Yeah.
Canada.
Well, I think a lot of authors, at least like with T.L. Combs, she does a lot of it herself
Mm-hmm.
because she is the author, but she's also the cover artist and she
Right.
does her own audiobooks. So her bookmarks and her art and all of that she sends, she does all that. So she just has to pay for the printing. She doesn't have to pay the artist and the printing and all of the other stuff. And
Yeah.
so I guess it's just kind of like, you know, who you know and what you're doing and if you have like a rich spouse that's funding it for you
Good
or
spouse.
or I don't know. I don't have one of those. I don't have a rich spouse.
No.
No.
I have
I
a
have
supportive spouse who
I
does
have a
lots of things
supportive.
for me,
Yes.
but not a rich one yet.
No,
That's what I'm
not
hoping the
rich.
books would do.
Yes. We will get you
That's what they
guys
were supposed
there.
to do.
We will get you guys there one way or another. Step by step. Sale by
I'll
sale.
just go for the brownie points and say, it is because I have a spouse that I am rich.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That is so sweet.
You would be murdered in my book.
Stop it.
Bring it.
Don't murder. He will have you eaten by a T-Rex.
Eaten, yeah. Well,
He will have
not
you
in my
eaten
series,
by a
maybe.
he will have you eaten by a T-Rex.
The way I wrote my dinosaurs, maybe not.
Maybe not. Probably not.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
maybe not.
I did write a scene today though with a saber-tooth tiger
Oh,
Ooh.
in Soracore Origins, and it's not treated very well, and it does attack somebody because it was not treated well,
oh, oh
and it's
no.
also separated from its kittens. So
Ooh, you
yeah,
can't take a mama from her
yeah,
kittens.
things get
Nope.
chaotic. So,
You
but
cannot
we've
take a
also seen a
mama.
saber-tooth tiger in Primeval Ranch already.
Yes,
So tie-in,
I love that. I'm
yeah.
excited. Do we have like an ETA-ish?
I'm hoping if I can really like hunker down and zone in early 2026. Maybe like the same kind of April, May like I did with Primeval this
Yeah,
year.
because you know I had to get that
So
for him for his birthday because his birthday
yeah,
was
right.
in May. So I had to get it for him for his birthday, and he wouldn't even let me make a TikTok of it before
Right.
he ran it into the house.
May too.
He's my May baby. Both of them. I managed to have two children 2 years apart, but their birthdays are 2 weeks apart.
Oh really?
Yes. It is. It is. And I passed this love of books along to them. So now my book budget is being split three ways. And I get, Mommy, I need you to pre-order this book. This new book is coming out. I need you to pre-order it. It's coming out in October. Okay, buddy. So Diary of a Wimpy Kid, book 20, is
Right.
coming out at the end of October,
I
mid-October.
just saw the announcement for that actually.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
called Party Pooper.
Right.
And then Jude comes through and he's like, hey, since Jaxie is getting Diary of a Wimpy Kid, can you pre-order me the new Dogman book? Dogman is coming out with a new
Nice.
book. And I'm like, why not? Because
Sure.
he likes Dogman and Cat Kid. Jax never got into that. So, and I think that's probably been my favorite thing about this is them getting more into reading. And
Hmm.
because I started with them, I always tell people, they're like, how do you get your kids to read as much as they do? And I feel like I won't say everybody, but I feel like most people read stories to their kids before bed. I don't know. I know Derek doesn't have kids. I don't know if you have kids, Libby, but
I do.
I know most people, it's bedtime, you brush your teeth, you do bath, you read a story, and you go to bed. Well, when they got, I don't want to say like too old for stories, but too old for like laying down and reading like Rainbow Fish or whatever, what we started doing is we had like 10 books that were like kid appropriate chapter books, and we put them in a fishbowl and we draw one out. And so every night before bed, we would read 3 chapters of that book, and that would become our bedtime story. Instead of reading, Curious George or Dr. Seuss, we would do a chapter book. So we did that with all of the Harry Potter books, and we did that with what else have we done? We've done Holes. We've done
Oh, great book.
the entire Chronicles of Narnia
Mm.
series. We even started with The Magician's Nephew. And I've had people who did not even know that that was the first book in that series. And that is such a good book. So, pro tip to anyone listening, if you want to get your kids reading more, then you can start with bedtime stories and reading chapter books to your kids. And then sometimes they decide to take over and they don't want to wait till bedtime. And so they take that book to school with them and they finish reading it during school time, during their free time. And then you have to pick another thing to read at bedtime stories. And now they don't want me to read to them anymore because they read themselves. And so we just have what we call family reading time. And so we spend an hour every day. Everything goes quiet, all the electronics and everything get put away, and we all read for an hour, whatever it is that we're reading. at that
I love
time.
that so much.
So
We used to do
yeah.
reading time like that. Like I'd sit in the hall and I'd read a chapter book or whatever while we were doing bedtime. My daughter picked up the love for reading. My son still does not like to read. It's like pulling teeth.
Yeah, my
But
oldest definitely loves it more than the 9-year-old. My 9-year-old is he would rather be outside, like running laps and finding bugs and jumping on the trampoline and playing basketball. And Jax is what I lovingly refer to as my indoor cat. And he likes more artsy stuff. He likes to draw, he likes to read, things like that. But yeah, so it's fun
Nice.
and they love it and I love it and I love everything about this, and I'm glad that I get to share my love of it with other people. And I love that you guys write all of this wonderful stuff and share it with us so I can share it with people. And
We always hope it's wonderful. It's in the
you
eye
know
of the
what?
beholder, really.
I haven't read anything from you that I haven't loved yet, and I haven't read anything from
Oh,
Libby yet. So, but I am going to do
oh,
that.
you're trying to get spoilers out of me, aren't you?
Oh no,
Oh.
me
Me.
never.
never.
Ever.
I did have a question though. I know this has been great conversation, but I want to get back to the alpha beta part of your reading life.
Okay.
Do you have a specific role that you play when you are alpha or beta reading? Sometimes as authors we have the cheerleader reader, or someone that looks for the plot holes. Like, what is your specific? Is it different for each author?
It is different for each author. Most of the time, I am making sure that whatever emotion or vibe that they're trying to instill in that moment is giving what they're trying to give. I do have a background in English, so I can be helpful in that, and I do help in that if they want me to do that, and I have. And
Is that more like editing background?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
when
Cool.
I went to college, I didn't do a full minor in English, but I took a lot of extra English classes just from having that interest and that love of English.
Mhm.
And so it's come in handy for this for alpha and beta ing. So sometimes it's simply read this, and if it sounds funky, let me know. It's as simple as that.
We need
And
to know
and
that.
yeah, and sometimes I have had it be, I just finished this chapter and it's not giving what I want it to give. I want you to read it and pick it apart and be mean if you have to be mean, but I need you to tell me um, how do you feel when you read this? And I will tell them, and they're like, okay, what do you think I can do to get people to feel like if they, for example, if they want people to feel like dread out of a certain scene, and they're like, and I'm just like, I mean, it was just kind of like a scene, I guess. Like I didn't get that. And so then they're like, okay, well, how could I reword this to get that out of this scene? I've done that before. Um, and I have helped with, hey, I've got this word. What other adjective could I use, because I feel like I've used this adjective 70 billion times and I'm only in chapter 10. And I've done that a lot. Most of the time, I've done specific plot holes only once, only for one author before. And it's mostly fixing specific adjectives and looking for, like, is it flowing like it's supposed to, and is it giving the emotional response that I wanted it to in this moment for beta? I've only alphaed once. I've betaed a lot. I've arced a lot. I'm currently, like I said, I'm arcing for two people right now. My second arc is Alex Peachy, is the other indie author that I'm currently um, reading an arc for him. But yeah, so sometimes it's just, here's a Google Doc, give me whatever notes pop in your head. I don't care if they're mean. I don't care. Just be honest because that's what I need. If you sugarcoat it, then it's not going to be what it could be. So give me whatever you've got. And
Honesty is the best policy.
yes,
We need the honesty.
yes, and I
I'd
go
rather
into
you
it
be
asking.
honest
Yeah, I go
than
into it
instead of like
asking.
after I published.
Right. I go in and I just ask, like, okay, are you wanting me to like fix commas and like syntax, or are you wanting just plot holes? And I make sure that I verify in the very beginning because I don't want to nitpick, grammar and punctuation if that's not what you guys are looking for. And usually it's not. Usually the grammar and the spelling and all of that is not what I've never been asked to do that deep into anything. But I'd be open to it. I would actually love to do that. I think that I would thoroughly enjoy really combing through something deep in depth, I think. I'm oddly fond of paperwork. Um, it's very strange. Whenever I'm one of five children, and my mom used to always hand me the packets of paperwork at the first day of school because I
Okay.
love to fill it out, and then she would just sign it at the bottom. She would make sure everything was right, and then she would sign it because I liked to fill it all out. But yeah, I haven't done a deep beta in a while. It's been a minute since I've had any of my authors put anything out that um has needed anything. Well, I guess Jenna Sticks just put hers out. That's the last one that I have because I'm on her team, JB Wright, um, and she hasn't put anything out. And then
So what you're saying is you're available.
what I'm saying is, yes, email me. You have
Okay.
my
Okay.
email. You have my
Yes.
email. Send me an
Got
email.
it. Okay.
Yes,
We would need your Kindle email as well to send it straight to your Kindle.
I will send you that, and you can send it straight to my Kindle.
I will send you the link to my ARC team.
Yes, send me all the things. And I
My
don't
fourth
have
book.
a sci-fi or a thriller author
There you go.
on my
Fill up
thing yet.
your
Nice.
repertoire there.
Fill up my
The fourth
yeah, fill up my repertoire.
the fourth book comes out next month. Like it's already done, but I've got 2 more in
Nice.
the series. So, the
I
same.
love that. Love that.
And in
Yeah,
case you
send
didn't know,
me.
Danny, Libby is actually living in Japan.
You did tell me that because I asked about
Oh, that's right.
the time thing.
Right.
I was like 7 o'clock on a Friday night, and you said that it was
Mm-hmm.
because she lives on the opposite side of the world.
I do.
So
It's Saturday
yeah.
morning here. It's very lovely out.
Oh, Saturday morning. It's almost bedtime here.
Does Japan
I
have
love
Saturday
that.
morning cartoons?
Probably. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
It just
I'm
popped in my head.
assuming
Saturday
because they
morning
have
cartoons.
like a ton of cartoons over here for kids.
Yeah.
Lots of anime.
Have you lived there for a while?
We've been here 2 years and we've got 4 more years.
Nice. 4 more
So,
years. My cousin was
yes.
stationed there for 4 years, I think. He did 4 years there, and now he's in Alaska. So
Well,
he went from
That
Japan
is a
to
change.
Alaska. So we're originally from Mississippi, and
Okay.
um he did his like basic training in San Antonio. Then he went back to Mississippi for something, and then he went to Vegas for 4 years, and then he went to somewhere in California for 4 years. Then he went to Japan, and now he's in Alaska. Like,
That is
man,
a that is such a difference. It's like so beautiful
that
here, but
is,
it's hot and humid. To go from here to
is it?
Alaska would be like complete shock to
big
the
shock.
system.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think about it being hot and humid there. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I would love to go to Japan. My oldest really wants to go to Japan. He's currently teaching himself Japanese, so
That's fantastic.
that way he can go to Japan and be able to talk to all the people while he's there. He loves the idea of going there. And my older sister is from the Philippines, and so he is like enthralled by that entire culture. from that side of the world. So we're going to
It's
have
a
to
beautiful culture.
save up and get him over there at some point.
I was
It
actually
is
meaning to ask you.
expensive, but
Yeah, I came across what's supposed to be part of Japan. It's not quite an island, but it's called Yakushima,
mhm.
I believe, and it's a natural heritage area.
Okay.
And I was like, I need to learn more about this area for a possible like location for my dinosaur series.
Is it south of mainland?
Good question.
It sounds like it's south of mainland, but maybe north of Okinawa, which is where we are.
Says amid the Pacific and the East China Sea, about 135 kilometers to the south of Kagoshima City. Or Kagoshima? I don't know if I'm
I
probably
think
butchering
that's
the.
I think that's south of mainland.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was seeing pictures and I'm like, this looks slightly prehistoric and I think this would work.
Yeah.
Slightly prehistoric.
So, yeah.
Well, let
love
me know.
that.
Let me see where it is, and maybe we'll go take a trip there. If it's not
Yeah,
too
okay.
far, if it's just a ferry ride,
Cool.
I'll go do some recon for you.
I love that. We're just going to jump on a ferry and explore Japan.
There you go.
Oh no! You stopped recording. Oh no! She's got to jump back in.
Oh, she's back.
Welcome back.
I'm back. Sorry. I don't know what happens.
That's okay.
What happens to the recording if that happens?
I don't know. It just said that Danny stopped recording, and then to have her refresh and jump back in.
And that's all I did. I just refreshed it. It said rejoin, and that's all I did on my end.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
so hopefully it's still recording, so hopefully we're good.
And I heard you say, "Oh no, you stopped recording."
You were going to say if you need any pictures of.
If you need any pictures of cornfields, there's a lot of those in Indiana. So,
Right.
or there's like a giant Garfield statue here, because that's where
Garfield.
the
Oh,
guy
How
who
far are you from Muncie?
I live in Muncie.
Okay, because I have another reader that I believe is near Muncie. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ball State University. That's what's here.
There you go.
Yeah, the guy who
so
created
funny.
Garfield is from Indiana. So there is a
Okay.
giant Garfield statue here
Now I want
somewhere.
lasagna.
I need a
Here.
recipe for no tomato lasagna if we're going to talk about lasagna, because it's my favorite, and I can't have tomatoes
No
anymore.
tomato lasagna.
You could do a version of a pureed pumpkin.
Send it to me.
I will. I will.
I love pumpkin.
We've also done lasagna with butternut squash.
Ooh,
I have
do love
heard that.
squash, yeah.
I have heard that now. I
Yeah.
don't know about pumpkin.
It's really good. Or you could. It's almost like the gluten-free version where you use thinly sliced butternut squash as the layers.
Instead of the noodles.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
We're a foodie family.
Yeah,
Hey,
that sounds so good.
We've had to try a lot of different stuff.
we have to try a lot of different stuff too because of Jax's sensory stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We've had to practice lots of different things. So far, he just eats his weight in
That's all right.
eggs. He eats a lot of eggs,
Yeah.
which is really
At least
funny
it's healthy.
because the other one is allergic to eggs. So
No.
It's like one
You have to be
eats.
making like how many different meals at the same time?
Yes, because I've got one kid who eats like 10 eggs a day, and the other kid who can't have them at all. So it's so
Kids are
funny.
hard.
Kids are so hard.
Yeah.
Kids are so hard.
So I have two. I have a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old. And my 14-year-old was pescatarian for about 4 or 5 years. 4
Wow.
years? Yeah. Oh my God. So many different meals we had to make. And then like my son doesn't do spicy stuff. My husband likes
Wow.
and then I got allergic to, well, intolerant to like tomatoes, eggplant, nightshades. Like I had to take a whole bunch of stuff out of my diet. And I'm like, everyone eats cereal for dinner.
Yes.
Like,
Cereal.
That's how I feel. And well,
we're doing cereal.
I'm lactose intolerant, so there goes that.
Buffalo milk.
Buffalo milk.
Buffalo milk
Where
is
does-
lactose free.
Where does one get
What?
buffalo milk?
Health food stores.
Where?
In the U.S.?
So
We
I
don't.
don't
We may
know
have to go
if
to Canada
there are
for
many
that.
farms of buffalo in the U.S., but I know here in Canada they're starting to become more popular because you think like buffalo mozzarella on a pizza.
I have
I've
never heard of buffalo milk.
I've never. Okay,
Ever.
that is a Canadian thing.
It's gotta be.
No, it's not. It's Italian. It's Italian.
Okay.
So buffaloes are closely related to cows.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know you could milk them.
Yeah. Now I'm just thinking of Meet the Parents. I got nipples. Can you milk me?
Got nipples, Greg? Can you milk me?
And I had to get the little milk for the little kittens and just. I watched that movie in forever. I have to watch it again now.
And his face,
Buffalo
Robert De
milk.
Niro's face,
Jeez.
that entire movie.
I know.
He
I know.
never has a facial expression. The whole movie is just
Yeah.
Jinxie cat, Jinxie cat, I love you.
Yeah.
Where are you?
So good. So good.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
I
buffalo
forgot
milk.
about
It's
that movie.
lactose free. It is 8%, so it's rich. Like every time I use it for my tea, it's almost like turning my tea into a latte, which is still delicious.
Okay, so what's the cost difference of buffalo milk to regular milk? Or cow's milk, I
So
guess. He's gonna go
He's
find
gotta
out.
go get it. I've never heard of buffalo milk
I've
in my
heard goat
life.
milk, but I've never heard of
Goat milk?
buffalo milk. It's a glass bottle. Oh my
haven't
gosh.
bought cow's milk in forever, but this is the size that you can get of it. It is $8, but I find where I get it from,
$8?
if I take the bottle back, I get $2 back. But
I
this
don't
is
think
this
that
is like a
that's
local Ontario raised buffalo.
I don't think
yeah,
we have that in America.
I don't think that that's a
So,
thing.
but
Yeah.
it's water buffalo. It's whole milk. I mean, water buffalo. They're in Africa too.
I'm not in I'm not in Africa, Derek. I'm in Indiana.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm finding there are more water buffalo farms appearing in North America
let me see.
because they're
Okay.
finding so many
I'm gonna look
people
it
are
up.
having trouble with lactose. But it's delicious. It's amazing to make hot chocolate with because it's so rich.
It sounds really good. I'm
It
not
is
gonna
very
lie.
good.
But I don't
You
think
just
I
have
can
to
get
get
that
used
out
to the
here.
grass-fed part of it.
What? What does
You
it taste different?
can.
Have you ever had grass-fed beef?
Probably.
Like just purely grass-fed?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how when you open it up, you put it in the pan, you start to cook it, and it kind of smells a bit like barnyard because of the grassiness.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get notes of the grass as my throat cracks. You can get notes of the grass also in milk,
There's only
either from cow or water buffalo.
there's only like 5 states that have it. So
Okay.
Really?
California, Colorado.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So California,
Makes sense.
there's one place in California you can get it. There are 2 places in Colorado, 3 places in Colorado. One place in Maine, one place in New Jersey, one place in New York, 2 places in Pennsylvania, and one place in Texas. Absolutely
So
nowhere near
it's
me.
growing. Oh, yeah.
You need to take a trip.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
one
have
day.
to, and
You
you
should
can
start the farm.
you can
We should start the farm.
water buffalo farm,
It's
and you
There's
can
lots of
only
land in
It'll pay for your
Indiana,
books.
isn't there?
only buy it by quart or pint, is what it says.
Hey, but if you start the farm, it'll help pay for all the books.
Where am I gonna get a water buffalo? Where am I
They're
gonna
out
get the
Okay,
money to
so-
buy a water buffalo?
There's this.
I love where this conversation's going.
Listen. There's this book by Dietrich Stogner that talks about stealing bull semen. So, like, we could start there.
So we're gonna steal bull semen
Yeah.
to make our own water buffalo.
Yeah.
This is like that episode of
You
Big
just
Bang
did a female.
Theory. This is like that episode
you
of Big Bang Theory where he's like, I possess the DNA of Leonard Nimoy, so all I need is a healthy ovum, and I can grow my own Leonard Nimoy.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Love that. How do we
All
get
I'm saying though, it's
water
lactose free.
buffalo?
It's delicious.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
that is so funny.
There's a market for it.
There is, apparently.
And I find every time you buy the new jar, it's like this much on the top is
Cream.
the cream.
Yeah.
And it's super thick. You have to break it up, let it soak back into the milk because it lets it keep longer, but it's delicious.
I feel like it'd be easier to sell breast milk than water buffalo milk.
Well,
it's a whole other.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
crazy.
don't know.
Water buffalo.
I'm telling my
I believe
husband
there's
that'll be our
actually,
next project.
yeah,
Water buffalo.
there is
You should
someone
see if you could
quite
find it in
close to where I
Japan.
live.
I wonder if you
Yeah,
could
Probably,
find that in Japan. You can rewrite
probably
that.
good.
Water buffalo milk. That is interesting.
see.
Yeah, close to where I am, I know there is someone that just bought acreage to actually raise water buffalo for the milk for our area.
I
Yeah.
love that actually. So that's actually really
But I
cool.
know they have moved here from Europe, which is more obviously plentiful there.
Right.
I have been to Italy. I have been to a water buffalo farm in Italy, and the fresh cheese from
I
there
bet it's
that
so
day
good.
is amazing.
I bet
It's
that is
so
so
good.
good. I love cheese. My youngest son also loves cheese.
So we do not have water buffalo milk over here, but
Travesty.
our
No.
our cows here are way different in terms of what they
Mm,
produce because we don't have all the pesticides.
Right.
that's
Like
true.
our milk is so good off
And they're
base
probably kept
because
happier.
They
yeah,
are because they're
like
not
it's a big like
like they're treated
Hokkaido cows
nicely.
are like royalty. Like
Yeah.
they're so they don't
They're
get treated bad and they don't
right.
have trauma and they don't have pesticides that we have in our milk. So we don't need
Nice.
water buffalo. We've got Hokkaido cows.
To look that up.
So when
Yeah.
I come to Canada, I'll come try some.
Come try
Yeah,
some. I
yeah.
know. We'll just have to go visit Derek and visit and drink some buffalo milk. That is crazy.
You have to try it on its own first, and then start to use it with other stuff. But it's like I find if I'm drinking a tea and I've put it in there, even if it goes cold, because it's so rich and creamy, it's almost like tea ice cream.
Nice.
Okay.
You know how some people they let their tea it gets cold and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to finish that. I'm like, I'm still drinking this because
Because
this
it's
is
so
great.
good. Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
So is it
But
sweet?
this conversation has gone from ARC and beta reading to water buffalo milk, and I think
Yeah.
we need to bring it
Let's
back.
bring it back.
We are past the usual hour that we do.
Yes.
Yes.
This has been
It's
great
been a
This is
conversation.
amazing
this is
conversation.
awesome. I love this so much. Yeah. So, is there anything else
For
that you
those who want to
guys?
follow Danny,
Yes.
Danny, let us know your TikTok handle.
My TikTok handle is
Oh, you have a
Dani
blog.
DANI dot Denee DENEE dot reads READS. And then my Instagram handle is the exact same, just without the periods in between. It's just all one word, Dani Denee reads. Um, you can
Perfect.
find me
And do
on.
you have a blog?
I do not have a blog. I
Yeah.
don't have a
Okay.
blog. I might venture into that one day. For now, I do better talking. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I do better talking than I do writing things out. So for now, we just do TikTok and Instagram. I do some. My Facebook is mostly personal stuff. I don't do much reader stuff on my Facebook. So, but yeah, TikTok, Instagram. I'm trying to think. What
I'm assuming your Instagram is tied to your threads. You
If
have
It
threads.
is. My Instagram is tied to my threads. It's all connected.
what would one piece of advice you would give to somebody who wanted to become a beta alpha ARC reader?
Don't be afraid to reach out. If you see that an author is promoting a new book, but they haven't specifically said yet that they're looking for ARC readers, it's totally okay to comment on a video or DM them and say, hey, if you're gonna have ARC readers, I would love to be considered. Or hey, when are you going to be looking for ARC readers? Or sometimes just go to their bios and their profiles. They'll have a link tree and they have like a master ARC sign up list usually. This is not something that I knew going into it. Thankfully, it worked out for me easily because I accidentally fell into it with a subscription box. Um, but yeah, usually most authors have a link tree in their bio and you can find a master ARC sign up list. Not all authors do it that way. They go book by book. But sometimes they have a few ARC readers that are just on their team. And they keep those people. And then if they need more people, they open it up. So if you're interested in it and you have a favorite indie author, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. They Authors are always looking for good people. They're always looking for people who are passionate about this, and we always look for more friends in the book community that are positive and uplifting. And um, these authors work so hard to put their work out there. And we love to have extra people on our teams to help us help them get their work out there for the masses. Um, and yeah, it's totally fine. And if you get told no, that's okay. I've been told no. I've been denied art teams before, and that is okay.
Yeah.
You just keep trying and you keep reading. And you just try again next time, and you move on to the next author and keep posting your content. And another big tip is make sure you post your reviews. Don't just leave a star. You have to post your reviews because most authors look for that. They can't do anything with just a 3 star. If you're going to give a book a 3 star, tell them why it's a 3 star so they can use that to as information for when they're writing their next book. And you can definitely do that without being mean. You can do it nicely. Constructive criticism is a thing. You don't have to be hateful. But yes, put yourself out there. Number one is my number one tip. My number two tip is make sure you have reviews, because a lot of times when you do apply, they want like your Goodreads handle so they can see that you're going to review their books. And if you have an empty Goodreads with no, unless you're brand new, which is fine, tell them that you're brand new. But if you do reviews, make sure that you're giving a star and an actual review um, for your
That's
books.
such good advice.
Actually don't think I've ever asked anyone for their Goodreads handle. I should maybe add that to my form.
Yeah,
I have, but I never check.
all of mine
I just
ask.
get excited people want to read it.
Yeah, all of mine have asked for it, and that was one of the first tips that I ever got was make sure when you're reviewing, don't just leave a star. The very first reader friend I ever had said, don't just leave a star. Make sure you leave a review, even if it's just, this is the most amazing book in the world. Everyone should read it. Make sure you leave some sort of commentary, because they can't do anything with a star. Because what a 3 star means to me might not necessarily be what a 3 star means to the next person.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
so, because to me, a three
And that's really
star,
nice to hear that
yeah,
from like the readers, because when the
yeah,
authors say it, they're like, "Oh, you guys just want 5-star reviews." Like, no, we need feedback. We need to be able to and use some of that for marketing. Like this
Yeah.
is a team effort on that end. But
for
when we
sure.
say it, it's kind of pretentious. So when hearing like readers say it makes me feel better because when I
Yeah,
say things like that, people are like, "You just want 5 stars." Like, no,
no, and for
just
sure.
I
And
just need feedback.
you just want, yeah, and I mean, how are you supposed to, you can't in anything, whether it's being an author or being I have a nursing degree, being a nurse, being in anything, you can't grow if you don't get feedback and you don't get any constructive criticism. Everybody has room to grow, right? And if you're not told where that growth needs to happen, then you're not ever going to grow, right? Because we think we put it out there, so we thought it was great. So I need other people to tell me that, hey,
Yes.
maybe tweak this a little bit. Maybe that pet name during that smutty scene, that's a little weird. Maybe change that a little bit. Maybe use something different. Maybe call her something different. But like I said, you can do it in a nice way. But definitely leave your stars with a review. But don't be afraid to reach out and interact and be honest. And that's all the advice I can give you. And the rest of it will come as it comes. And other than like the common sense things, like if you're gonna get an arc, Make sure that you are going to read it and make sure you're going to read it on time. Please don't take
There are
up
circumstances. Life
things
does happen.
happen. Things happen, as my husband likes to say, stuff happens when you party naked. That's what my husband's catchphrase. And it does, things happen. But if you're gonna commit to it, don't take somebody else's arc spot if you don't think you're gonna be able to commit to it. If you've already got 5 other arcs to read that are due this month, maybe sit this one out. Um, but be honest and put yourself out there and leave a honest, good, constructive review, and that will get you where you need to be, and everyone
I
will
love
be
that.
happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect ending
Thank
to an
you.
episode.
Yes. Go follow Danee on all of her socials.
Please,
This has been
and
fantastic.
go
Thank you
buy all
so
of their
much.
books. Read the books.
Yes, please.
I
Can we
have
have her
not
on next week?
I have not read Libby, but I'm going to assume by talking to her that her books are probably awesome. I have read Derek's books, and Derek's books are great. They are
They are.
11-year-old boy approved as well. So
Perfect.
please read Derek's books, and please go and read Libby's books too. I'm gonna go read Libby's books as soon as these 2 arcs are done and my reviews are in, because this one arc
Thank
comes
you.
out on September 25th is when Jenna's book comes
Ooh,
out.
next week.
Yes, September 25th. So I have to get stats done and submitted. Alex's doesn't come out until the end of October, so I have a little while for him. But
That's some time.
yes,
Sweet.
I enjoyed this
All
so
right.
much. I
Me
loved
We
too.
this
loved having you on. This
so
was
much.
amazing.
This was so great. This was so great. If you
I'm
guys
so
ever
glad.
do need me again for anything, please let me know. I loved this. This was great.
Definitely.
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
Right.
Thank you guys for coming and hanging
Thank
out. We will see you
you.
next week with more readers. We'll see you guys later.